Now let's make a little bit more elaborate situation. So let's pretend this is a hand. This would be our shoulder, elbow, and the wrist. Of course, it doesn't look like anything like a hand, but let's pretend. So now we make a, let's say, a spine. And this is our spine. Now we want to make our actual hand bones. So this would be our shoulder, and let's say the elbow and the wrist. Let's make sure that we see bones in front. How do we do it in Maya? I think it's one of these buttons here. And now I need to create a bone that would control the muscle. So what I'll do is I will probably start, I'll start from this one. Yeah. Like, where does it start? Okay, I'm not very good in anatomy, so I'll just pretend it's here. I'm not sure exactly where it should be. So, and now I will select this, plus select the whole bone structure, joint structure, and I will bind the skin. Now, no worries that it will be awful. We just want to see the principle here. So if I move this, rotate this bone, it already controls my hand bending. And what I want to do is, by moving this, that it would control the muscle. So, first of all, I will just make sure that my skin weights is properly made, which we will do by selecting the mesh and going to skin, paint skin weights, and probably when I choose, let's choose the tool options. Yeah, maybe before doing that, it makes always a good idea to name our things so we can understand what have we selected. There's our attribute editor, and I will say that this is my muscle, and this is my bone that will control the muscle. So I don't know, control. All right, now I go to this tool, double click to open it up, and this is my muscle. Now you see it's, yeah, might be it should not control that much of this area here close to the elbow, is it? I think it's elbow. So what I will do is I'll go to this one and make sure that it controls more of that area here. Of course, we should make sure that we see everything here. Other side as well. Okay, I'm not gonna waste the time to do it. You get the point. Now we want to control this bone, this joint by this joint. Nope. So what we do is we select this, we select that. So what we do is we select it. No, we select this and this, and we go to Windows, General Editors, and Connection Editor. So now the tricky part is what to select first and what are the axes that we want to control, which is always hard to understand. So the muscle will control this, which is wrong. So select this, then that, and again do the same. Connection Editor. And now what I want to do is to have rotation. It should control this rotation. Now I have no idea which one should I connect to which. So I mean which channel, which axis. So I'm testing it. So that's X, Y. Seems like Y axis, and this also Y. So Y to Y. And now hopefully that works. So terrible this weighting job. You should do better, but the idea is that when we control this bone, this one controls that one. Maybe it's too much, you know, that's really unrealistic, so maybe we would change the influences with this here, with paint skin weight tool, and we will have less influence here. So it should have some influence, but not that much. And how do we remove the influence. We don't want to remove the influence, we want to add it to something else. So let's say this bone should have more control over this area here. So what I'll do is, where's my opacity and value? I will add a bit more control here. A bit more control. Therefore, the muscle bone loses control because I'm adding control to this other bone here. On this, it should control fully these parts. Okay, let's see the result. So less of an influence. Still too much, still way too much, but more or less the idea is this. And of course the whole rig is being controlled by the main spine. Now just to test if everything works fine, I will create a couple of keyframes. So I will key this bone. Let's say I want S keyframe, and at frame 10 it relaxes S, and at frame 20 we do this again, and set key as shortcut. Now I will try to export it. So I select mesh plus my bones, and file, export selection, and I'll make an FBS. So I want bake animation, let's say a hand bend. So now we will test if it works in some external program. Can we export this motion of our muscle to external program, say Unity, Unreal or something. In my case I will try skechfab, and I will do it through FBX export. So let's import the model, upload files. Now we wait. Everything is done. We hit edit 3D settings and check our model. So this is the model, and this is static pose. We say we want to take one, and as you see it works in external program here, in this case in skechfab. And let's try Unity. So we want to import an asset. And let's see the muscle. Terrible, but works. And just a couple of more words when you would use this connection. So basically when you are setting up your rigs, you would want to have lots of controllers that help you out, so you don't need to animate each individual joints, and there would be some controllers that would control you know, specific parts. So I can see where is top and bottom. So let's say that's some sort of object. It could be any object, but just, you know, so we see up and down, where is up and down. Then I would control this by this, Windows, connection editor. Now again, I have no idea about the axis, so presume it's Y. So by NURB circle, Y will control the Y. And if all works, it controls the whole rig, let's say. And of course later on I will not, I might set up a rig where I don't even see the joints, individual joints, and I'm controlling everything through additional helpers here.